Being one of the largest metropolises in the world, Istanbul has long been named the place where two worlds, the East and the West, meet. It's been coveted by empires across different ages and is deliberately scattered with magnificent remnants of a long and illustrious past. Today we'll talk about the many things you can find in the great Istanbul, from busy bazaars and standout tourist attractions to lively neighborhoods and thriving nightlife scenes. Number 10. Kız Kulesi. This place is famous for its Maidens Tower, which has been the subject of many legends. It's a very aesthetically pleasing tower that's heavily influenced by Byzantine architecture with a touch of Ottoman traditions. The historical tower is located on the Bosphorus off Üsküdar and was built on a small islet. According to historical records, it's believed that it was built as a small customs office for vessels coming from the legendary Black Sea. Being the symbol of Üsküdar, it's duly fulfilled many duties and served many civilizations. The tower underwent a restoration process in 2021. It was opened again in May 2023, so visitors can come and enjoy the sights freely again. Leaving Istanbul without seeing the Maidens Tower will definitely be one of the biggest regrets in your life. It's a very special monument where you can enjoy a picturesque Bosphorus view from the cafe nearby. Number 9. Basilica Cistern. Built during the Byzantine era, it's the biggest surviving cistern that's become one of the most renowned underground wonders in the city. Back in its glory days, it served as a water reservoir and filtration system for Constantinople's palace complex. This place is known as the Yerebatan Sarnıcı in Turkish, and it's made mainly of ancient bricks and waterproof mortars. Visitors are allowed to explore the underground space as they'll be accompanied by the sound of dripping water along the way. Due to its architecture and eerie atmosphere, the cistern has been featured in several movies. The dim lighting and the column reflections on the water also support the unique ambiance of this place. Number 8. Estiklal Street. Estiklal Street is the busiest in the city. Here you'll find a long stretch of road with an endless array of shops that sell every product you can imagine. One of the most famous landmarks here is the Flower Passage. It got its name after the Russian Revolution when wealthy Russian women decided to dot the road with flower shops. Today it's jam-packed with restaurants, cafes, and wineries, making it the perfect place to fulfill your appetite and sweet tooth. On the center part of this street, you can find the Majestic Cinema. It shows both local and foreign movies, so you can get a taste of home with blockbuster movies or blend in with the locals who watch Turkish-speaking movies. Number 7. Gohana Park. Once a part of the Grand Topkapi Palace, Gohana Park was a military barrack that's now been transformed into a beautiful rose garden. The park was not originally open to the public. Thankfully, things changed in 1912, and this place quickly became a favorite destination for the city dwellers. Within its borders, you can find the Column of the Goths. This one is an enigmatic column that dates back as far as the 3rd century, making it Istanbul's oldest surviving monument. You might also find an extensive network of walkways, which will lead you to the tea garden, where you can leisurely sip a soothing cup of Turkish tea. If you happen to come here during spring, be sure to attend the Tulip Festival. It typically starts in March and is held to pay homage to the presence of tulip flowers, which serves as the essential symbol of the Ottoman Empire. Number 6. Taksim Square. Like many other famous neighborhoods in the city, Taksim Square is filled with restaurants, bars, and several legendary museums. It's become a popular meeting point for tourists, and many think of it as an ideal place to stay in Istanbul. Not too far from Taksim Square lies Gezi Park, in which you can take a good rest and watch the crowds who are passing by to Estiklal Street. You can also enjoy various public events that often take place around this area. Getting to Taksim Square should not be hard, even if it's your first time visiting Istanbul. It's located at the heart of the city and is accessible via public bus and funiculars. If you stay in Besiktas, you can also take the yellow shared taxis. Number 5. Chora Church. Being one of the oldest structures in the city, Chora Church has a history that goes back to the birth of Constantinople. It was originally positioned in the rural area, but Emperor Theodosius II enlarged the city territory, so it's now positioned within the new borders. It served numerous purposes since its creation. It was used as a mosque during the Ottoman period and transformed into a museum in the Republic era. And based on an agreement signed in 2020, this place was converted back into a mosque again for the second time with the name of Chora Mosque. Number 4. Fener and Balat. These areas were once populated with Greek and Jewish descendants and now have become two of the most stunning neighborhoods in the city. They sit on the western part of the Golden Horn and are packed with beautiful old buildings and magnificent churches. The Fener neighborhood got its name from a Greek word that roughly translates to a streetlight. The Greek population got evicted from the area when Constantinople fell in 1453. Some examples of historic structures from this period are St. George Cathedral and St. Stephen Church. On the other hand, the neighboring Balat area got its name from the Greek word palatian, which is synonymous with the word palace in English. Just like with the Greeks who populated Fener, the Jewish people in this area moved away after the Ottoman Empire fell. Today, it's populated with Turks who came from the Black Sea. Number 3. Damabache Palace. Damabache Palace was originally built as an imperial garden, but it was transformed by Sultan Abdülmecit into a palace. After serving the king for 9 years, the palace later became the official residence of President Atatürk. The palace is a 3-story building that covers 64,100 square meters. Within the complex, you can find up to 285 rooms that mimic the style of French classical homes and villas. There are also apartments, staterooms, and pavilions available. When you come to this place, you'll be greeted by the clock tower. It was constructed in 1890 and consists of 4 stories. The clock part was made by famous French watchmaker Paul Garnier, and it remains to show time accurately today. Inside, you'll find the ceremonial hall, which boasts 56 columns and a 36-meter dome. You can also visit the Palace Museum area. There are bath slippers, toys, and delicate tea sets that show the opulent lifestyle of the Ottomans. Number 2. The Grand Bazaar. The Grand Bazaar is the biggest indoor market on the planet, and it receives up to 400,000 visitors daily. There are 11 gates surrounding the area and approximately 4,000 shops open here. Interestingly, many of these businesses have been run by numerous generations. The market opens at 9 in the morning and typically closes by 7 in the evening. So if you want to cover all the sections within the complex, it's better you come early in the morning. And if you feel like it's time to fill your stomach, you can grab some snacks and quick bites from the many stalls available. Number 1. Hagia Sophia. Initially built as a cathedral, this building now serves as one of the biggest mosques in the world. The blend of many architectural styles allows us to see its complex history, and the remnants of Byzantine mosaics provide us with unrivaled beauty. The many kinds of artwork we see here depict scenes from Christian scriptures. Then, when the building was converted into a mosque, Islamic features were added. Many of these elements, such as minarets and the minbar, remain today, alongside the Christian ornaments. The takeaway. Founded around 1000 BCE, Istanbul is a city that wears its ancient culture and long history with pride. It started out as the colony of Byzantium and later evolved into the great capital of the Byzantine Empire. Today, we can see it retains its glorious place at the heart of the Turkish Empire. Those who have visited it will say that it's an exciting place with a lot of things that'll satisfy and impress tourists from all over the world. While it's hard and may not be possible to mention all the best Istanbul sites and destinations, the guide above should provide you with all the things you should not miss out on your next visit. Guys, don't forget to check out our video on the best hotels in Istanbul as well. We'll see you in the next video.